And if you're planning to do like a snorkeling touring for like as an like a fun thing to do in Fiji, so I just want to tell you, like, you have to be careful around when you do snorkeling because there are still dangerous animals around in Fiji and like underwater. But I'll be explaining to you guys what sea creatures you need to avoid while snorkeling in Fiji. G'day Ismaeel the Echidna fam, I hope you're all doing good today. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about the warnings before you snorkel in Fiji. So yeah, I hope you can find this video very helpful. So before we get started, time to shout out my 5 subscribers for today's video. Alright, so here are my bag of subscribers. Now, time to shout out my 5 subscribers. Alright, I got my 5 subscribers ready. So shout out to Something SR, Sports for Life, Awoken, Terry Bennett, and last, Maya_Guams. So special shout out to all of you guys. And if you guys want to get a shout out, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Alright, let's get started for today's video now. Okay, so if you guys are planning for a trip to Fiji, and if you're planning to do like a snorkeling touring for like as an like a fun thing to do in Fiji, so I just want to tell you, like, you have to be careful around when you do snorkeling because there are still dangerous animals around in Fiji and like underwater. Like obviously, like also just like in Australia, but I'll be explaining to you guys what sea creatures you need to avoid while snorkeling in Fiji. So first, we're gonna go with the cone shells. So the cone shells are like the little creatures, or which are known as the cone snails. So like their shells are shaped like cones, obviously, like an upside down ice cream cone. Yeah. So but anyways, so obviously that's why you need to one of the sea creatures you need to avoid because they're like very dangerous though because they're like very deadly because they can sting you very bad. So yeah, that's obviously what we need to avoid. So like obviously the cone snails we need to avoid. Alright, now and here's another one you need to avoid as well. So you need to also watch out for like one of these corals, like that's like yellowish, which is known as the fire corals. So like their stings are very deadly as well. But like maybe not deadly as the cone snails, but yeah, but let's just say like it is very deadly. Because obviously like corals are not actually plants, they're actually sea creatures because they're obviously pretending to be plants to protect themselves. So that's obviously what we need to avoid in Fiji. So especially when you're like scuba diving or snorkeling in the reef. Well, I mean, I bet you should also be careful if they do have them fire corals in the Great Barrier Reef in North Queensland. But anyways, so yeah, that's also what we need to avoid when you're snorkeling in Fiji. And another animal what we need to avoid of like snorkeling around in Fiji. So we also have to definitely like watch out for the bull shark because there are still sharks going around in Fiji. Yeah, like obviously they're everywhere in the world though. Like obviously not just in like the certain area holiday places, but like obviously in Fiji as well. We need to be careful of. Because they are very dangerous, you know. But I mean, I know there's like a myth though, like people saying like if they smell your blood, then that's obviously when they're gonna start like chasing you and then eat you. Yeah, but I know that's scary. But I know that like Mark Rober was doing that as well, like pouring blood like around the sharks and then seeing if they're gonna try and like you know gather in and then eat them if there's a person bleeding. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure like that's not a myth though. Yeah, so I know that's what we need to avoid in Fiji. Alright, let's go to the next animal now. So this animal what we need to avoid, like around in Fiji while snorkeling. So we also need to like avoid like the lunar lionfish. So like we do have lionfish here in Australia as well, like around in Western Australia, North Queensland, like also like around in the Great Barrier Reef as well, like maybe just like the fire coral, and even around the south of New South Wales as well. Yeah, because obviously they're really deadly. Because I know that their stings are very deadly. Yeah, and I know you won't have to might end up in the hospital because I know they're very dangerous. Yes, so I know like very dangerous. Alright, now and then another animal we need to avoid in Fiji as well. Okay, but let's just say they're rare though. So which is known as the saltwater crocodile. So but let's just say like there's not a lot of crocodiles in Fiji though. So like unlike in North Queensland or in the Northern Territory or Northern Western Australia, so like crocodiles are not very common in Fiji. Like yeah, obviously crocodiles are still dangerous animals, yeah. But obviously they're very rare in Fiji. Like not common compared to Australia. Yeah, so obviously so that's why we should also be careful about those as well if you happen to see them. Alright, now one more animal to go you need to avoid. And what we need to also avoid as well is the box jellyfish as well. Because obviously like jellyfish can sting as well with their tentacles. Like obviously like it's really like almost like micronism I guess though. But yeah, that's what we need to avoid of. Because they are very deadly. And then also even those stings can also like end you in the hospital. Yeah, so that's why we have to be careful about the box jellyfish. Alright, so that's all about with the dangerous animals. And one very last thing about when you're snorkeling in Fiji as well. So when you're snorkeling in Fiji, so just like how you do snorkeling around in the Great Barrier Reef in around Cairns or even Townsville, or anywhere like around in the north of Queensland, just like there. So they will say, don't step on any coral because obviously like they're like fragile. Yeah, even also the coral is very fragile in Fiji as well. So that's what we need to be careful of as well, because obviously we need to respect it and care for it, because especially how they're losing their colors because of the stupid global warming happening, and we can't have that happening. So let's all work together to make sure that the coral is treated respectfully. And then make sure you can still go around swimming or snorkeling around the reef. Just make sure you don't step on the coral reef, and make sure that they're treated with respect. Alright guys, so thank you all for watching this video. So I hope you found this video very helpful, and then I hope you found this video like maybe helpful one if you're planning to go snorkeling around in Fiji. Or maybe I can also like maybe do like around other countries as well. I mean, I could do one with when you go to the Great Barrier Reef in Cairns as well. Yeah, so it will be different compared to how I do it to Fiji. Yeah, so I mean it's very interesting though, like Cairns and Fiji. Yeah, obviously like very tropical. Yeah. So anyways guys, so thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate all of you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment down below, turn on the post notifications, and share the video with your friends. And this is Ismaeel the Echidna, signing out.